Hello, hi. It's been a little bit of a while since I've done my last stream. Mainly because of technical issues and that sort of stuff, and time, private life, personal life, and everything, and work. I did do a reboot of the Iron Man Challenge series I was doing, but I had to give up on that for some reason. The videos were being cut short. So I'm doing a reboot now. I've also stopped counting the number of streams I've done because I've got to about 20. So I did stop putting numbers at the beginning. So this is going to be part 1 of the Iron Man Challenge reboot, as I mentioned. I'm going to start in about 50 seconds. Starting the start time quite short because it's quite late. I want to get as much done as possible. It's 3 o'clock here, so I want to get about an hour out of it, and I'll probably do some more tomorrow because it's a bank holiday weekend, but starting late tonight because I've just finished watching a film with my missus on TV. Surprisingly very good film. Safe Haven had a few interesting twists. Not really the sort of film I'd go for, but I ended up watching it quite randomly. Quite good. I've been out tonight and we've watched Avengers Endgame, which was quite good. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Right, anyway. Time is up. Let's go. So I'll start from the beginning. Reboot Iron Man Challenge. First 10 or so levels I think I'm going to do tonight. I'm starting off
emboldened by the return of their heroic king,
starting again North Shore Valley in Elven Forest. I'll get to a certain point and then I'll go over to Dunmorrow and then head back here and then go to Westfall.
Well met. Light bless you.
Don't need to worry about targets and my target relocating the frames because it's remembered that from the previous profile. But yeah, start at the beginning. Right, let's do this. Oh, let's check my UI quickly. Auto loot. Yeah, that's all good. Alright, let's do this. Oh. Yeah, I just wanted to ditch that. There we go. Get this done as fast as I can. I had a very interesting chat with one of my friends at work yesterday, I believe, or maybe Thursday. Got talking about World of Warcraft and the fact that he was thinking of coming back. A few people I know are thinking of coming back, especially for Classic. But at the moment, the way the game is at the moment, my mates didn't really want to come back because our max level is quite boring. So we found it wasn't too great in Legion. They didn't like the artifact weapons, and even though I like the artifact weapons for the stories and stuff.
Be careful.
Yeah, and then it's a Battle of Azeroth, and it's just incredibly boring at max level, basically what they're saying. But we picked up on some interesting stuff, being that we've drawn a parallel between the talent system on Classic Vanilla and the artifact sort of high-end Crucible traits in terms of how they connect and how you put points in them, and similar with the Heart of Azeroth as we go into the next couple of patches, where you put points into things. None of us like the grind of the AP, and we thought that in Vanilla when you got your points through levelling up, and you got talent points and you get your strength, plus strength and all that sort of stuff, the classic elements of like other RPG games, which is slowly been removed now of World of Warcraft. It'd be good to get them back in. We did find it interesting that they've been kind of put back in forms of the Crucible and the Heart of Azeroth. So I think it would be nice if they actually went out of the way to fix that.
Need help? Go with honor, friend.
For some reason the game's running at 20 FPS. Hang on, let's change some of this because that's not right. I'm just quickly trying different settings to try and fix this. Oh, we've got a dramatic increase in performance then, and then followed by a very rapid drop. For God's sakes. Let's see how that does it. Ah. Hang about. For some reason, I've lost my graphics. Again, I'm having loads of problems with this blooming streaming malarkey at the moment. OBS just keeps cutting out my video feeds and stuff. Hang on. See if we can get to come back. Hang on, give me a moment. Alright, looks like it's come back. Alright, let's try this again. Seems to be working. FPS is still only 23 though, so something's wrong here. I never used to have this problem, and all of a sudden I'm having loads of problems. Right, SSA, I'd say that's a high. Well, VSync has to be enabled, so I can't have that one disabled. I don't know what the hell it's trying to do to me there. Max background FPS. Max foreground FPS. 60. Default Titan scaling. Triple buffer. Right. Right. I'm actually turning yeah, I'm turning aliasing right down. High. High. Multi-sample alpha test off. Right, okay. Well, I've just changed all the graphics settings. And it's sat at 60 FPS, even though I've got no feed. I'm just going to log out again. Graphics back 60, 24, 60. Right, let's run around and have a look. 24, 60. Got 60 FPS in game playing with occasional drops. That 25 FPS. This is ridiculous. I don't know why I'm having so many problems with my graphics at the moment when I'm streaming. Right, anyway. I'll continue for now and just see what happens. The FPS is jumping up and down. Anyway. But yeah, what was I saying before I had all these issues that just cropped up?
See you around.
So, yeah.
Good day to you. See you later.
So, yeah, in vanilla, classic, whatever, you basically had talent points and stat points every level, so you'd invest points in your stats, and every level or two you would get a talent point, which you could then invest in your stats, your talent choices, which used to be good. You get a sense of, basically a sense of achievement as you level up, which was part of the fun. Yeah, it would take longer to level up than it does now, but it was a lot of fun. And this is what me and my mates were talking about basically Thursday or Friday. It's like how the feeling, that particular feeling, is generally lost nowadays. Even though you can do more or less the same thing by investing points into your Artifacts of Legion, and then in Battle Ragnaros you've got the Artifacts of abilities, skills. But it doesn't have the same appeal of achievement because you have to work a very long time for something, which seems trivial in comparison. The payoff between effort, gaining the AP to invest in these abilities and points, doesn't seem to add up to anything as rewarding as the effort put into it, if that makes sense.
Have a good one. Hello. Safe travel.
Now, I heard a rumour, now it's only a rumour, that there's a possibility that the BlizzCon this year was going to be a big one. And one of the things that might be coming along is removing all your talents, well, the extra talent abilities and stuff that you get from, say, artifacts of various types and kinds, and putting it into your levelling experience. And the other possibility was a level squish. Now, I've seen a lot of YouTubers say that's not a good idea. Why do you want to do a level squish for? Basically bringing everything in line to level 60, so you level up and you pick your zones you want to go through. Whereas at the moment, say on the human side, you'd probably go, well, Northshire, Elwyn, Westfall, Duskwood, for example, and then Stranglethorn. You'd be able to go, right, do Northshire, do Elwyn, then you got a choice of, right, do I do here, here, or Redridge, and they are all in the same bracket now. giving you more choice. And then your abilities, you pick your abilities from your talent tree by putting points in, and it's been impossible to max it out, and you have to make meaningful decisions of whether or not the talents and abilities you're picking are good for your playstyle, rather than having to go for, oh yeah, this is the cookie cutter build for this particular character, this is what everyone will use, who goes on to Wowhead or Icy Veins or whatever. Yeah, you get the idea. You have to Google which is the best ability for your spec and class. There may be some of that still, but you'll be able to go, well, that's the recommended for my class, but I would like to have this as a passive, or be able to do more of this, or have more regen, so I could do more damage, so on and so forth, like they had in Classic and Vanilla. I remember several times in Classic, I would level as Holy, which a lot of people thought was mad, and then I'd go and do something along the lines of put a few points in Disc and a few points in Shadow in order to get more magic regen. Yeah, you get the idea. And it may seem quite weird why you do decisions like that, but it was more meaningful. Although the rumour I heard was that would never happen. They'd never allow it to if you to cross talents from different specs. Not anymore. But they would give you more choices of actual abilities and skills at various levels. So it would seem more meaningful. Now, like I said, that's a rumour. If that turns out to be true, that might, yeah, it might be something that my mates would come back for. It might be something I've come back for, because obviously at the moment I've actually unsubbed. Because other than doing challenges, I don't see the point in playing the game.
You need something?
Not anymore.
See you around.
Need help? Light bless you.
You get the idea. Well, let's see what happens. To be honest with you, stat squish, a lot of people said, nah, it's not good, it's a bad idea. But I personally think going into the next expansion, what they need to do is probably do a level squish, redesign the quests in all the areas, give you more choices of progressing your character's story, and maybe even put in some character-specific story things like they had in Guild Wars 2. They had that Living World series. Better off having like an overall story arc for your all new characters created. Yeah, make it seem more meaningful, and the choices of the zones you go to more meaningful. Class specific like quests kicking in different levels again, like they have to do in Vanilla, like the one where you get your warrior's first weapon and that sort of stuff. At set levels, as you're going up to, say, levelling up to 60 again, you'd be 60, say, at what would effectively be 130 zone area. You'd basically start off quests, specific quests for every 10 levels or something. And maybe a whole series of quests at max level, which take you into all the zones, completing the stories and going on sub quests and leading you into some of these dungeons.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance.
You get the idea. You get the idea.
I buy and
Make the
trade.
dungeons more meaningful,
Go with honor, friend.
make the decisions for your characters more meaningful. Not just a case of blasting through them, doing the quest just for completion and getting some items. You want to actually go through the dungeons, do quests in the dungeons, and have them part of your character's or class's levelling process before you start doing heroics or whatever. You go through the dungeon of normal, they class it as scoping it out and just checking out and testing your ability, your opponent's abilities and stuff.
Hey there.
Then you do heroic when you're doing the dungeon proper. Then obviously it would then take you off to do raids and all your raids and everything, low level raids, normal raids. After you complete your first few normal raids and you've done all your heroic dungeons, it then comes up saying, right, you have to go back to these dungeons and collect items off the bosses. So it's part of like a legendary quest line or something, and that would actually be mythic. You get items and more powerful items, say from drops from doing mythic. And then you'd go into, with the raids earlier, so normal, looking for group or whatever. You then go into
It's too far away.
more mainstream sort of heroic raids or whatever. And then mythic raids would just be classed as, achievements and stuff.
King's honor.
The same with legendary quests over a certain point. But yeah, you get the idea. That's
Or the alliance.
what I'm trying to get at. They need to do something to make the game, the choices and the activities more meaningful, and more entertaining.
See you later.
Maybe that'll get some people back to the
Good day to
game.
you.
The main thing that needs to be rebuilt, which has been lost
See you around.
in this game, is community.
How are you? Have a good one.
Because you have to used to trying deliberately evaluate to get groups to do quests back in the day. Because, they weren't
Good day to
easy.
you. Safe travels.
They were never supposed to be easy. 'Cause that was how you learned to get your first groups and stuff into gear.
See you around. I supply only the finest goods.
You get the idea. Hopefully you get the idea. FPS is down to 22 again.
You need something? Have a good one.
Oh! Another hand in here we go.
Well met. Go with honor, friend.
$60 FPS again. Oh, got another bag. Cool. Although that technically goes... Yeah, my overall kill with 3 over... I 3 over 70% of the damage. Well, I think that's still alright.
I need a target. Too far away.
I'm doing alright. The only way I could get my FPS up even higher would be to play this game on my 1080 monitor rather than my game monitor. Although I don't really want to do that if I have to. I mean, since the last series of updates from NVIDIA with their drivers, graphics performance has dipped. And since the last few updates to OBS Studio and OBS DreamWorks, it's degraded as well. The OBS NVENC codec, which was supposed to address performance issues for NVIDIA cards, created more performance issues for me. Even with that off and me changing all the graphics settings, I am still getting FPS issues, which are bugging me. Let's go. There we go. So back up to 60 FPS. I was considering going back to just recording on YouTube, but I'm trying to do Twitch and YouTube to get more exposure. But I'm still getting more traffic on YouTube than Twitch. And for live streams, I think I'm playing this at the wrong times at night. Well, it's the only time I've got. Early hours of the morning when I'm tired. Try and get me streaming it.
What can I do for you? See you later. Light be with you. Be careful. How are you? Safe travel.
Figures. Some more kobolds. Wow. Was one there, to be honest. Some, not that area yet. Okay. Oh, that can level up. Cool. Okay.
How are you?
Bing.
See you later.
Come on. Oh. That young bear seems a bit out of the way. Didn't think they come down there very. Okay.
Need help? Have a good one. Good day to you.
The other thing my friend commented on the other day was the fact that you do these quests nowadays and you don't even read the quest information. Like the Printer's Quest, I've not read the quest text whatsoever. It's just literally, if you're not sure where something is, you just go, map, oh yeah. Or it highlights the area. Hey, I'm not doing this one, boom, there we go, highlighted.
Hey there. Safe travels.
I got on the course to go to tomorrow. I did this the other week.
See you later.
Been doing raiding last week, but not any dungeons or questing or challenges or streaming last week. I think quite one in all fairness. We've got 2 days to do this weekend.
King's honor, friend. Farewell. Out of range.
I don't think I'm going to do the whole hour tonight. Just try to catch up where I was.
Too far away.
Right there.
I need a target.
Oh man.
I need to get close.
Ow. Right. I just keep looking at the screen to see what my statistics are looking like.
Hello. Have a good one.
Getting around down here. Right, I think I'm going to call this quits for tonight. 43 minutes into it. I'll do it for now, it's a good start. Head over there. I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, okay. That's very short. Very short Ironman challenge video tonight, but a lot of stuff to do. That person's just following me now. Yeah, I'm going to fly to Iron Forge. Person's still following me. I'll take that as a yes.
Hey
I'm going to go over there for this quest anyway.
See you.
Stormwind. Level 6. Huh? What's wrong with the colour scheme here? I'm looking bright green for some reason. What's happened here? Right. So what's wrong with the colour scheme of it? That's good night for now, I think. having so much problems. Oh, the solution looks appalling there. Ah, that's no good. That's it. Well, I didn't quite do what I thought it was going to do. Okay, so yeah, it's ended now. So good night, everyone. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.